Bit of calving action on a Sunday afternoon. We were in it. We were in the yard an hour prior to him turning up, and she wasn't showing any signs of calving. Anyway, my dad came into the yard and he says, "Do you know you've got 2 calves?" And in that space of that hour, she'd calved and he'd got up and he was trying to suckle at that point. There's another one very close out of the 3 we've got left. Well, they're all sort of getting close. They're all sort of... One, he must have worked in, you know, he must have sort of done them all within a fortnight, because they're going to be very, very tight. They're all bagged up and they all look like they're ready to calve. So, yeah, but it's a fine looking calf, isn't it? Really is. Just don't know what he's doing at the minute. Keeps going to her as though he thinks she's mum, but being a bit stupid he is. Bit of a hectic morning already. We've had these cattle. We've brought these cattle outside. We managed to get them penned in after a lot of shouting at each other and one thing or another. But we've got them in and got them sort of loaded up into box into corral where it races, and we're going to sort of worm the bullocks, well, worm them all actually, and decide what heifers we're keeping for breeding. Then we're going to wrap all fence up, clear all muck up and bales, and get this desiccated, and hopefully end of week it'll be in with fodder bait. So I have to have a word with our fodder bait drill man and yeah, get the job organised. But yeah, Christ, they have like to say these native breeds are very quiet and placid. Christ, they weren't quiet and placid this morning. They were very excitable. So, but right, I'll go clear some. First job, take all these little bit of you know, plastic what we hang on our electric fence to make it more visible. We'll take that off and wrap the fence up and just let them settle down in the race for an hour, because they're still very, very spooky. Big fella's wondering what we're doing with his girlfriends, but he'll get his turn in a minute. And yeah, we're taking them out. So, but we're loading them up here, tipping them there, sorting them there, bolusing them there, and then they're off down to other farm. This gang looks a lot happier now we've got them outside, tucking into some real fresh grass. But Christ, they're into a lot of it. They're going to soon shave these 2 paddocks off, so we're going to have to bring them silage from the start. But certainly look a lot happier outside than they did in the shed. But they've done really well. In fact, the cows are in a lot better order this time. But we never fed a lot of fodder bait, and I think last year we fed a lot of fodder bait and it was just flushing all their nutrients straight through them. They've just had a real good quality silage, and we've been giving the calves some real good quality creep, and they've eaten a lot of it, and I think it's eased the mothers and really boosted their growth rates. And we're going to keep, we've bought a creep which is over there in 8 Farm, so we can get to it without coming among them with bags, because we ain't got the Polaris no more. And so they are wrestling with us to fill the creep popper. But yeah, very pleased I've got them out. So we've just got 3 more to calve, and then we're done this year. And we've saved 7 heifers for next year. We've culled a couple which were pretty plain. And we've got 7 replacements for next year, but obviously they can't go to this big fella because they're their dads, so we'll have to find a bull. It's either going to be I've decided either an Angus or to get black baldy calves, or another Hereford bull. But yeah, quite proud of my little herd. They're a picture really. And let's hope beef trade is as good next year when we're cashing last year's calves in. It's a very long-term thing. Yeah, it stands nice, doesn't it? Warming. Good choice from my wife. He's stopped working. He's all of a sudden got, you don't see him taking a lot of interest in him. So whether he's caught them all already in the 6 weeks he's been in with them, I don't know. But so calving commences on the 18th of December this year. Hopefully they'll be fairly tight. It's where this type of cattle should be, outside in the pasture. We're putting a massive seeder on, and to be fair, there's none on top, so it's the drill is doing its job. A little bit rough on, you know, but rollers will sort that out. We'll come tomorrow morning, first thing, and roll it, because what bit of moisture there is left, we want to keep. But yeah, we were going to work it up, but we'd end up with it like a desert, a baked desert. So, but yeah, it's a shame our application didn't get accepted. Unless this would have been in with winter bird mix. Whew, right. Yeah, I think it'll be okay. It's a little bit in lines where it's cultivated well and or cultivated bad, but because there's not a lot of moisture though. Yeah, there's its little trough. And there's the seed. Yeah, I think by the time we've got rollers over it, it'll be fine. Anyway, it's having it. This is it. Let's take its bloody chance. I hate this farm. Absolutely despise it. It's a grass farm. It's horrible land. There's I think I told you a couple of years back, but there's historic fuel line. It goes across that dike and it goes across here, and it's from, I think, Immingham Docks to Elverton Airfield. And the Americans put it in Second World War to feed fuel to their Air Force. And I don't think it was ever even used. But yeah, the pipe is still here. Right, Phil's on his way back with pickup and some fencing gear, and we're going to have half an hour, we're going to have half a day's fencing, so I think, well, he comes back, I'll have an hour reflecting on life. Just sat here against this tree, watching this road go up and down, and chill out a bit. What? The Vadestad man. Give him a ring back in a minute. Actually, it looks like it's making quite a good job from here, doesn't it?
Yeah. And it's moist in it.
Just riding. What? Just riding shotgun with this with drill, and she's a bit rough on hard glass. Sense things sort of being beaten to death. It's like yucking, and it's making a fair job, we think, anyway. There's no seed on top, and it's in a little bit of moisture what's left. I think if we'd moved it again, we'd have had no moisture whatsoever, so have to resubscribe our Svivachem subscription, and yeah, we're quite pleased with it actually. In fact, very pleased with it. It's done us proud, hasn't it? Yeah. We hardly use our other Trimble now. I'm glad we've got to though. It's handy, say if he's drilling and or we're rolling or doing other stuff. It's quite handy having two on. And it's quite handy that we can flip this one to our 80/40 and all. How long does it take? 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's just, sometimes that's...
Yeah, sometimes steering wheel can get a little bit keyed on. Yeah, I don't know about this battle really. All depends what happens now till harvest. Because it's desperate for a drink. It's a lot of our land now. And a lot of our crops. Spring barley's come perfect, and it's just starting to wilt a little bit because it's running out of steam. It will be delving them roots in deep, but yeah, I feel a bit like that this afternoon, doggy. Right, let me out then, I'll go. Well, let me out now. He's giving it some, isn't he? He's doing the loop. It keeps sort of stalling in air and then coming back down. Christ, there'd be some spew about if I was in there. Cold nights is holding grass back. There's not as much grass as you'd hope for, but No, a bit disappointing really. And next door we've sprayed that off. That was well, winter barley last year, but it was not very good at all, what with water damage and blackgrass. So that's off in with like a clover mix of grass, well, various species of grass with some clover among it. What a beautiful day. Strange for time of year though. Who's really at it now, look. Last job at night, just going around pigs, and we've had a couple of drippy nipples on drinkers. Anyway, one's got more than drippy, and can't tell it from a good one really, but there's something happened inside it. I'll maybe take it to bits and see, but it's no different to a brand new one really, isn't the action, but it's just dripping somewhat. So anyway, I've replaced a couple of them, and I'll maybe take it to bits and have a look in the morning. I don't think they're deer, but yeah, just consistent next to now. So there'll be a rubber in there, I reckon, and it'll be slightly frayed or perished, and it ain't quite sealing, and it had gone from drip to, well, to flooding, to be honest. So best thing I can do to that is chuck it into scrap, I reckon. I don't think they're deer, maybe £2 each, something like that. So right, no, I've back to pigs. When I first towed up, I thought, bloody hell, these are going to be a nightmare. There were some screwy ones among them. Anyway, we sorted a lot of little ones into little pen. We shot a few actually, because they were never going to make good bacon pigs. The shunter came in first place, and but we got rid of the cock. Oh Christ, they're growing like mad now. After this batch though, it's the big wash out. With the new company, with the old company, we never washed out. With this company, we have to wash out once or twice a year, depending on the batches and disease and stuff like that. So the next batch, it's the big pressure washing session where we have to pressure all the walls, all the floors, all the feeders, drinkers and everything, all outside here, and get 100% clean, which is a bit of a ball ache, but I quite like it, to be honest. I think it's quite a good job. So, but right, on that note, we should finish drilling cereals tomorrow. And we've got one more field of barley to go in, and then one more field of then a field of grass, which wants a little bit of work doing at it, and wait for weather. And then we've got 2 fields of fodder beet and 3 fields of maize to go in. Well, maize, I've heard tell even locally that maize drills are starting to roll, but I think we want to wait another week, 10 days before we do ours. Or to fit in with Chris in about 10 days time. But fodder beet we could do within, but Jake's had to bugger off with Tanker to somewhere away to do some work there, so he's out of bounds for a bit. So, but right, on that note, from a rough hard farm in East Yorkshire, bye for now.